Tension builds early as Salem and Indjic explore the depths of the Benoni defense knight store variation in Sharjah Masters 2025 group around 7. On d4. Knight f6. On c4. On e6. Knight f3. On c5. On d5. On d6. Knight c3. On takes d5. On takes d5. On g6 entered in Benoni defense knight store variation. Knight d2. Bishop g7. On e4. King castled kingside. Bishop e2. Knight a6. King castled kingside. Knight c7. On a4. Rook e8. On f3. Salem is preparing to play. Knight c4. On b6. Bishop f4. Bishop f8. Bishop g5 and seize the initiative. On b6 played by Indjic. King h1. Queen e7. Knight c4. Salem's idea is to play. On e5. Knight takes d5. Knight takes d5. Knight takes d5. Queen takes d5 and gain a significant edge. Bishop a6 played by Indjic. Bishop g5. On h6. Threatening pawn takes g5. Bishop h4 played by Salem. Bishop takes c4. Bishop takes c4. On g5. Threatening pawn takes h4. Bishop f2 played by Salem. On a6. Bishop d3. On b5 it is novelty move. Rook c1. On takes a4. Knight takes a4. Rook a b8. On b3. Knight b5. Bishop g1. Knight d7. On f4. Salem intends to play. On e5. On takes f4. On takes d6. Knight takes d6. Knight takes c5. Knight takes c5. Bishop takes c5. Queen e5. On b4 and dominate the board. On takes f4 played by Indjic. Rook takes f4. Knight e5. Indjic might go for Bishop f6. Rook f5. Bishop g5. Bishop e2. Bishop takes c1. Queen takes c1. King h7. Rook h5. Queen f6 and take decisive advantage. Bishop b1 played by Salem. Knight d4. Rook c3. Rook b4. Rook g3. Rook eb8. Threatening rook takes b3. Bishop a2 played by Salem. King h7. Rook f1. Rook g8. Rook h3. Bishop f6. Knight b2. Rook g6. Knight d3. Threatening knight takes b4. Knight takes d3 played by Indjic. Queen takes d3. Bishop e5. Bishop e3. Rook b7. Bishop d2. On a5. Bishop c1. King g7. Queen d1. Salem might go for Queen h5. On f6. Bishop takes h6 check and dominate the board. Queen d7 played by Indjic. Rook h4. Salem intends to play Queen h5. King g8. Bishop takes h6 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook b8 played by Indjic. Rook f2. Queen e7. Threatening queen takes h4. Rook h3 played by Salem. Rook h8. Bishop b1. Rook f6. Rook a2. Rook b8. Threatening rook takes b3. Bishop c2 played by Salem. Queen d7. Bishop e3. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Indjic? Knight takes c2 is best move here because rook takes c2. On a4. On takes a4. Queen takes a4. Rook c1. Queen takes e4. Indjic have small advantage. Shifting to the main variation. Indjic is preparing to play Queen b5. Rook d3. On c4 and take decisive advantage. Bishop e3 played by Salem. On a4 is not the best move played by Indjic. Indjic is preparing to play Knight takes c2. Rook takes c2. On takes b3 and take decisive advantage. Bishop takes d4 played by Salem. On takes d4. On takes a4. Rook f2. Queen e1. Threatening queen takes f2. Queen takes h3 played by Indjic. On takes h3. Rook takes h2 check. King g1. King h7. Indjic is aiming to play on d3. Bishop takes d3. Rook takes a2 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen f2 played by Salem. Rook g8 check. King f1. Rook takes f2 check. King takes f2. Rook g3. Threatening rook takes h3. Bishop d1 played by Salem. Rook takes h3. Bishop f3. Bishop g3 check. King f1. Bishop f4. Threatening rook takes f3 check. Rook a3 played by Salem. Rook g3. On a5. Salem intends to play on a6. On d3. Rook takes d3 and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop c1 played by Indjic. Threatening bishop takes a3. Rook b3 played by Salem. Bishop e3. Threatening rook takes f3 check. Bishop g2 played by Salem. Rook g4. On e5 take a moment to spot the best move for Indjic. Rook f4 check is a strong choice since King e1. On d3. Rook takes d3. Bishop f2 check. King d1. On takes e5 position is equal. Let's analyze the main variation. Indjic wants to play Rook f4 check. King e1. Rook f2. Bishop h1. Rook a2. On e5. On takes e5 and gain a significant edge. On e5 played by Salem. Threatening pawn takes d6. Rook g8 slightly worse move played by Indjic. On takes d6. Rook a8. On d7. Salem considers playing. On d6. Rook f8. Bishop c6. King g6. On a6. On f5. On a7. On d3. On promotes to rook at a8. On d2, and establish a winning position. Bishop g5 played by Indjic. Bishop e4 check. King g7 stop here and find the strongest move for Salem. Rook a3 is best move here because Rook a7. On a6. Bishop d8. Bishop d3. King f6. Bishop b5 Salem heading towards winning. Let's analyze the main game. King g7. On d6 time to think, find the best continuation for Indjic. Rook a6 is a strong choice, since Rook b5. Rook takes d6. Rook d5. Rook f6 check. King g2. Rook f4 still Indjic is losing. Let's explore the main variation. On d6 is not the best move played by Salem. Threatening bishop takes a8. Rook takes a5 is not the best move played by Indjic. Rook g3. Rook a1 check. King g2 Salem dominated and took the game.